Welcome. Guess what today is? Let's talk about it. And we have our special guest this month is Crystal, who many of you know and love and follow her page on Facebook, her personal page, and or her cup page. And so we're going to talk to her here in just a couple minutes. I did want to just make a couple quick announcements as everyone finds their way here tonight. So we do have an in the feed drawing tonight. So make sure when you come on that you say hi in the comments. And it is an in the feed drawing. So you do have to be present to win. And all you have to do to enter is like and comment. So if you are hanging out with us tonight, just like I said, say hi to Crystal, say hi to me, tell us where you're from, and then you will be entered to win. As a reminder, Creative Memories is doing Advisor Advantage calls all through the month of August, and there are 2 more left. So the 24th, that's this Thursday, and the 31st, there will be Advisor Advantage calls with our CEO, Allison Dutton, and our Advisor Success Coach, Diane Lampert. And if you are at St. Simon's, my retreat to the river in St. Simon's, then you might have met Diane because she popped in to hang out with us in St. Simon's. So if you're interested at all about learning, a little bit about the Creative Memories Advisor opportunity, I just celebrated my 23rd year as a Creative Memories Advisor. Of course, when I started, we were consultants, but now we're advisors. And I see everyone saying hi as they're coming in. That's great. If you just got in, make sure you say hi in the comments so that the little bot enters you in the drawing. Okay, so Secret Boxes launched yesterday. Secret Box number 3. There is a way to see how many are left. And on the Creative Memories website. So last I checked, there was less than 1,500, I think, boxes left. They are 10% off just this first week. So if they last that long. So if you didn't let me have me order you one, then you can order it on my website, on the creativememories.com website, or you can message me and I will add one to my next order. Now, what's really cool is those of you going to the retreat to the lake in Mount Dora, we will all be together during the official box opening. Well, sometimes we have to have like a little secret meeting and I give everyone glasses and memory eraser drinks in my hotel room and we open them a little early. But this time we're going to open them together on the actual day. So that's super fun. And that's Thursday, September 7th. All right, so next Tuesday, we will have card class. And so these are the cards for August. I've been saying they're kind of masculine. I've had requests to have some masculine birthday cards so that we can send some cards, without glitter and whatnot to men. Although some of the men in our lives dig the glitter, that's fine. But so, and these are great for women too. They're except for the one that says happy birthday to a really great guy. Don't accidentally send that to your gal pal. Well, it could be funny. You might want to. Project Recipe, September 5th. This is the layout. It's the birthday bonanza layout. That's going to be super fun. I love the colors. But, usually I don't use the same papers that Creative Memories uses in the layout, but I might have to because these colors are super fun. Scrappy happy hours. Those of you that brave Persimmon Hollow, when they lost AC, and they were playing some kind of death metal, loud music going on there. Then I went to check out Wine Not West in Ormond, and the vibe was so relaxing, perfect for scrapbooking. The temperature was cool, the music was low, it was great. So we will have a laptop crop in September at Wine Not West, and they do serve other drinks. You don't have to have wine. course, they have tea and soda and beer too. So you have options at Wine Not West. So that information is on my website. Of course, crop for gray and gold, the full tables. And I even, told everyone that I was making the full tables more expensive because full tables, they, we can have two people at one table or one person at one table. So, but the full tables are definitely going. So if you know you need the space, then you are going to want to sign up for that pretty quick. And the shirts are available, and the shirts are this awesome design that I made with the hands holding the brain with the heart. So if you would like to order the shirt, you can do that when you get your ticket for the event. Okay, Croptoberfest. I did roll out some of the tickets for that on DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. The event will last the entire month of October, and there will be all different events throughout the month. The last day of the month, the 31st, is the last. What did I say? Yes, it's the 29th and 30th. Oh, thank you. This is not correct. Thank you, Faith. Yeah, that should be the 29th and 30th of September. I will change that. Thank you, Faith. That's been out on Facebook for quite some time. So we will end Croptoberfest, the whole celebration of Croptoberfest at the end of the month, with card class on October 31st, which will then afterwards, I'm going to have a trick or treat on Zoom. So I'm going to have a bunch of envelopes with different prizes inside. And so when you come into Zoom, and the little bell chimes, then you'll get to pick a gift. So you can come trick or treating with me. So that's how we'll end our big month of Croptoberfest. So definitely stay tuned for more information, but there will be an in-person crop. Let me not get this wrong for Faith, not for her, but for everyone. The 20th and the 21st of October will be my in-person Croptoberfest component crop at Westminster by the Sea Church. All right. Many thanks for you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I've had a couple new viewers, and I appreciate you watching on YouTube and subscribing. And just as a reminder, I see you guys all saying hi to me, saying hi to Crystal. So I appreciate that. Without any further delay, let's bring up our guest for tonight. Let's talk about it. And here's Crystal. So welcome. She's no stranger to the group for sure. And she has, I was going to say, persuaded many people into her extracurricular activities. So we enjoy her cups. We enjoy running with her. Yes, her studio is amazing. And she had to leave home because the studio hasn't moved yet. I'm sure we'll talk about that. So welcome, Crystal.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing this. I appreciate you being willing to come on and chat with us. So first thing we want to know, since we're going to talk to Crystal about all of the things, but we're going to start with her scrapbooking, the scrapbooking part. So when did you start scrapbooking? Was it when you were a child? Were you an adult?
Young adult, probably 20-ish, right around when I got married. And, it was the old triangle in the corner page. And
Yeah. The old strip and triangle, and you got a little folder for your photos or the pair of scissors.
Pair of scissors, yep. And I really enjoyed it, and I could see that I was sinking a lot of money into it. So I did become a consultant for a while, pay for my habit.
Yeah, there's many people watching tonight that either are current advisors or have been past advisors in a prior life. In fact, as I scroll through, like all but two names. So yes, it happens. Now, Crystal, I've known you for a long time. Do you know how long? Do you remember when your first retreat was with me?
Yep, Leaky Tiki. I found you on the internet and booked it, and you called me and said, "Are you sure you want to do this? You haven't met us." Yep. And now I know more than I'll ever need to know about Weight Watchers.
And that was the weekend we banned talking about points. And
Yeah.
well, that was 2008.
Yeah.
Here we are, 2008. I know some of you, well, I know Murph is in the chat, and she's in this picture. So that was a long, long time ago. And Trish, I don't know if Trish is on here tonight because she has her own Tuesday thing in Canada. Yeah. So now now calories don't count when we're at retreats. There's no talk of dieting. Here, this is us on a cruise
Yep.
in our pajamas, and my eyes look a little squinty, but I think it's just because it was midnight.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh my goodness. And then so I gathered some pictures of so these are Crystal's donkeys.
Yep. Bo and Luke.
Bo and Luke. Bo and Luke donkey, not Bo and Luke Duke. And then here's one of the first cups that Crystal ever made for me. Because I have 3 Bichons.
Yep.
And she's still, the cup game is strong. And then these are some of the other things. So last fall we did a bubble run. No, it was a mud run that ended in bubbles. It was a muddy dash. And then here we were painting. We did Bob Ross painting at the Tortugas game.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was super fun. So, gosh, what year? So this is like we've had 15 years
Yeah.
of scrappy times. So you started with strip and triangle. What is your scrappy process now?
I am in love with my computer. It's great. With the scrapbooking cruise, it'd take me a good 2 months to get everything ready for it because I like to stamp and ribbon and do all the things. So once I saw just packing a computer and rolling, I was like, this is for me.
Yeah, no, but you still like get secret boxes and stuff.
I like paper. I mean, I like to do like little projects as paper, but nothing like not like a full book or anything.
Well, and you were also a close to my heart rep, right? In the past, no stamping up, no,
It was
no
stamping
card.
card.
Okay, so but stamping also, card making, stamping, all the crafting.
Yeah, all the crafting. That's why I
And
have a craft cabin.
yes, and behind you is so much glitter
So much glitter.
and cups ready to go.
Yep.
And we haven't even talked about your day job.
I know, right?
Okay. So what is your full-time job?
I am a med technologist. I process blood and all of the other body fluids of the body. I've been doing that now for 19 years. I enjoy it. Now I'm going to be working day shift amongst the land of the living, which is going to be a different thing for me. But I'm looking forward to it. And I'll be working 312, and no weekends, so I can run all the races and hopefully not kill all of my friends.
All right, raise your hand in the chat if you have run a race with Crystal. I don't know. I don't see many of your people here. I certainly have. Ironically, Crystal has said that my children were an inspiration for her start, but it's full circle because she inspires so many of her scrappy friends, including me, to stay active and run races and get those endorphins going. So, and I don't know how she does it, like working all night. I don't know how you do it, the crazy hours you keep. I'm yeah, I don't know how you're gonna get so much sleep. Now what are we gonna what are you gonna do with all this sleep you're gonna be getting? World, look out.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, I don't really know. I have a guy that I work with who went to day shift, and he's like, my wife keeps saying to me, "You get so much done now." I'm looking forward to it, but maybe I'll get back in my 9-minute mile time frame again.
Oh goodness. All right. So speaking of running, in September you will not be with us for the gray and gold because where will you be?
I will be in Scotland running the British Isles. So I'll be starting from one end and running all the way to the other end. It's 185 miles over 6 nights and 7 days.
So those of you that are quick on the math, it's like 30 miles a day. Ugh.
Yep.
So that is brutal. So we will all be waiting and watching Facebook for updates from that. And we can't wait for the scrapbook album, all of that, of course.
Yeah.
Do you run with your phone? I run with mine. Brendan doesn't run with his.
I always have it on me just in case. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to take pictures, and I'm thinking about taking the GoPro.
Just in case there's an emergency, or just because in case you have to take a photo?
And just in case there's an emergency, because there's bears out there. There's
Yeah.
kitty
I
cats.
never thought about it for an emergency. I need it for music and I need it for photos. I mean, I totally blew our pace this morning, Kirsten and I walking, because we got there for sunrise, which is great, except for then you have to stop and take all the pictures. Well, you do if you're me. So I didn't pause my Strava app. Okay, so running and triathlons. Oh, you're going to be late to Mount Dora because you and Katie are doing
We're
triathlon,
doing triathlon in Claremont.
and followed by scrapbooking.
Yep, scrapbooking and hopefully some moonshine afterwards.
It's priorities. Get a balance the
Yep.
exercise with the work and the play all together. Well, and you just recently started a new endeavor.
Yep. Well, I figured since I live in the middle of nowhere now, cooking is going to be a thing that we do every day. So I did sign up to become a Pampered Chef Advisor, and I already own like 97% of the catalog. So I felt like it was only natural. But I figured it would be something fun. I get almost 3 dozen eggs a day. So I'm the pampered egg, and most of the things will involve eggs.
Well, I love eggs. I said to Crystal, I mean, we've been joking. So I'll just, for those of you that don't know, Crystal and her husband, they have a farm, but it's near the villages, and the villages was closing in on them. So then they sold that, and now they're up by Lake City, right? I mean,
Yep.
that's the nearest
Yeah.
big city. But tell us about all of your animal friends and
Oh,
family.
well, our newest additions are our 4 Kuni pigs, which I was told not to get attached to, and that is way too late for that.
Well,
We have a breeding set, and then we have 2 that we're raising for meat. But the breeding set I'm fully invested in. We have 6 of our cows up there right now. We just recently got 3 new ones, and my Holly girl is up there because she is due any day now. And she's my favorite cow. And then the 2 boys are there. My baby boy, my Uhtred, he's my favorite too. They're up there, and then we just processed a whole bunch of chickens, so we're down to about 70.
just down to 70 chickens.
Only 70 chickens.
So there's a wing shortage in the rest of the country, but not at Crystal.
House.
That's awesome. Now wait, now I haven't sseen a scrapbook of the farm.
I've been working on that. I'm getting
That's
all my
in production.
and I'm gonna have all of their stories. I'm gonna do like a couple pictures of them and like a little bit about their personality because they're all very different.
So are you doing that in paper or digital?
Yeah, I do that on paper.
You're on doing that, and so then you can move things around and
Yeah, that way
put
I can
all
add
the
and
put all the cows together, put all the pigs together.
yeah. Um, the, the thing that's interesting is we've done so much here in Wildwood that, you know, I have like all of the things that we've done like to build it up. And, you know, we've learned so much here. That's why we weren't as scared to move into 70 acres and start over. So we kind of know what we're doing now. so, so now we kind of know a little bit more. So I feel a little bit more comfortable and I am looking forward to like all of the process change there too. Um, the house is 98 years old, and I do plan on having a big 100 birthday party for it.
Oh, good.
Fun. Uh, yeah, but once we're gonna build a new house there, and then we'll like expand like Chicken World and all that, and it'll be super bougie.
And 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 retreat to the farm. I mean, I'm down. I'm not afraid to tent camp. I know some of our scrappy friends need
Yeah,
more than a tent,
Jenna
but
is the travel trailer.
but I think we could all we need is I could even bring 6 foot tables. So actually I it's on Facebook. I've slept in a goat farm in my car. So I can even right time of year I can even just do that. I'm glad I got to see the Wildwood farm in person the day we did the muddy run just to see everything there. It really is amazing, and I can't wait to see, of course, the scrapbooks of everything. And let's talk about so Crystal's Creative Cups is
Mm-hmm.
another one of your side hustles.
Yep.
You do like it's what are they what's it's like a square dance. You do so many shuffling and all. It's not it's a side hustle. It's like a
Well, the whole
side.
reason I got into doing the cups is because I wanted a new tri bike and I didn't want to spend my own dollars on it. It's $5,000, and I was like, well, I'm sure I could do something to make some extra swag money. And next thing you know, you have a 14 by 32 craft cabin. I did get the tri bike though.
Yeah. Do you still have that bike, or have
Oh
you?
yeah, that's my baby.
That's your baby.
I,
All right.
my I gave her Candy, so she's gonna learn how to ride Candy, and I got Snow White. So
Nice. So, how many cups do you think you make a month? Or like, I know like you're down there working on cups now because all of the stuff is at the old farm and you guys are living up at the new place now and you got to relocate this first. So, when do you think you'll relocate all of that? And
I'm gonna move this in October. I have 5 more weeks of training for my Scotland trip, so I don't really have time to do it because there's like so much in here. It took me almost a month to move it from out of the house in here, so I can imagine the same will happen. Um, so after that, so after in October, but a lot of my training will be down here, so I have that time that I'll be here to do my long runs and work on cups. But I think about 10 going right now that I'm working on, and I have a couple projects that I'm not allowed to post on the Book of Faces, so there's secret ones. And I like those because I like feeling like I'm a part of something. Like when somebody sends me something that they want super customized and personalized for someone, I really enjoy being a part of that.
yeah. Yeah, well, you've helped me with stuff for retreats and also for swim team, April's swim team, and the cups and the pens and all the things. Everyone always loves them. They're so beautiful. And the problem is many of us have whole collections.
Yeah.
I literally bought a whole cabinet for the dining room to like move them out of the kitchen. I like put them in the dining room, and then I feel like and I think some of us, I know some people have, like they have them in their room. So like on display. It's like picking out an outfit. Like, which of
Yeah.
Crystal's cups will I use today? I don't know how you decide because you probably have more cups than any of us.
You know what's funny about that is I only have one retreat cup. It's this one. It's my favorite one. Here it is. This is my favorite one I've ever made. I don't love it. I don't know why, but this is the only retreat cup I've ever kept. And I'm a big time believer in supporting other small businesses. So all of the cups that I do use are actually from other cup makers. So I
Oh,
have full, but Jeremy has a very stern rule that when one comes in, one must go.
I try to make that with my mom and clothes, but actually I try to do that for myself and clothes. Um, that's a good rule, but we can't do that with Crystal
No,
Cup. We just can't. They all have, you know why? Because they all have a story that goes with them too. Like all the retreat cups. Of course, I have one from my 50th retreat, one from my 60th. Do I have one from my 60th?
that was the one in St. Simon's, right?
Yeah. Yes,
I
I have one. I was like, did I give it away? Because sometimes there's, someone there and they didn't order one in time. And then I'm like, here, you can have mine. Like I didn't get one the first year for St. Simon's. Um, but yeah, like they all have stories with them. And it's just like with our photos, when we see that cup sitting on our desk, like the one from Lakeland that you have with the citrus one, then we remember um, those fun times that we had. Um, so what do you have a favorite scrapbook album?
well, it will be my Australia. I haven't printed it yet. I need a proofreader, but that one, I I spent a lot of time on it. I think it's like 78 pages. And I like to do full like 2-page spreads with a picture on both sides. So like making sure that they were perfect and lined up and just super clear, and that, but the color palette that I chose for it just really, I loved how it all came out. So it was pretty good. We did so much there. We were there for almost 3 weeks, so we did a lot, and it's got my first Ironman competition in there, and it that one will be my favorite. It's my favorite to look at.
On the computer. Well, just wait till you hold it in your hands. Oh, that's amazing. Do you have a favorite paper one? Or like do you move paper ones around? Like you've moved now a couple times
Yeah.
or
So for that, I don't. I have done over the years like a book for my dogs, like each dog I've had and stuff. Those I really enjoy because I don't have children; those are my children. That's kind of fun for me to go back and remember some of the crazy things they've done or whatever. Like, now that Bird has passed away, it's nice to go back and watch her gray evolution.
yeah,
But
yeah. Us
I
too.
I feel like those I went I went to a destination wedding, and I really do enjoy the way that that one came out. I did a lot of stamping and ribbon and stuff in it, and it just really popped. It was very vibrant colors. That one's pretty enjoyable.
That's good. Do you ever pull them out and look at him?
When people come visit, I will, or like with the animals, like I'll just pull them out periodically, just because they're like all I have now left is my Kretzy. So, and she's gonna live to be 252 years old because she's just so ornery. She's living her best life now. I mean, she's probably looking at me like, "Why'd you wait so long?" I'm like 9.
Yeah. Well, and now she's yeah, running around with all the animals and
loves being a farm dog. The chickens are her besties. She'll just go lay under the coops with them, and they don't even seem to care that she's there. But she'll get she'll run along us on the four-wheeler, and she just loves it. The Coonies have guardian dogs that live with them. And they tried to sell us one. I was like, not so much. So they're used to dogs, and she was in there so bad with those pigs, and she just goes in there and loves on them, licks all over them, and they don't seem to care. So
That's awesome. Okay, so now what is it? Do you mostly use your phone as your camera, or do you have a DSLR or?
I have the SLR, and I haven't taken it out in so long because I mean the progression of cameras on your phone has just become so much better. I feel like something like super artsy that I want to do, I would grab out the big camera. It's just so much easier now.
Yeah. And like you said, I mean, the amount of pixels and everything, and we're not walking around with Blackberries taking grainy or flip phones taking grainy photos. In fact, I didn't even bring my big camera to Ireland because I was like, I didn't know I was going to be hiking up mountains, but I just knew we were going to be on the go and walking around. And I just, sadly, I just didn't want to be encumbered by it, even though it was, we were going out of the country. But and you use Artisan to do your digital scrapbooking.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, and those of you that have watched my Techie Tuesday, that's mainly what I use when I'm teaching, when I do artisan design alongs. Obviously I'm in Artisan, and that is something that maybe some of you watching have used Storybook Creator in the past. It's kind of the same program. It's just evolved, and now it has a different name and a different company is selling it. But and Crystal's gone through all the progressions with that, like many of you have. What kind of a computer do you have?
I kind of that I'm very tech special. It's a 17-inch thing that weighs way too much, but that's all I use it for, is for scrapbooking. I really wish you could use the Mac now that I never did Mac because I had to have the laptop for scrapbooking. That was like the most important part. Now I have a Mac, and it's like, I kind of wish it would go in there, because with other things that I do, like especially with the cups, it's just so much easier. But I don't really know what it is, to be honest with you.
It works.
It works.
That's all you care about. And when it doesn't, she texts me. like many of you do, and I have to talk everyone off the ledge. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Does anyone that's watching have any questions for Crystal about her digital scrapbooking or paper scrapbooking, cup making, farming, examining blood, all the things? Have I missed something? Running, triathlons, biking, swimming.
I don't think you missed any of my 10,000 things that I do.
Yeah, it's amazing how you can keep it all straight. And I know people say that to me all the time as well. So, I mean, I know it can be done, but yeah, your schedule is crazy. But, and the reason why I, invite people like you, honestly, other than that, you're a friend of mine for a long, long time through scrapbooking. And like she said, if in case you missed the beginning, she just found me on the internet and, came on over in that first retreat. There was like 8 or 10 of us. And that was, 15 years ago. But, is because, so many times people feel like, they can't make time or room, for scrapbooking in their life because they have so much going on. And of course, my thing that I always like to say for everything, even to myself, is people make the time and the money to do the things they really want to do. And because I think most women are really good at justifying things. So if we really want to do something, we're going to find a way. And so I think that is true of our storytelling and story photo keeping and preserving and all that. Obviously with your crazy work hours and what trip number are you on with moving? Because I don't, not everyone is friends with you on Facebook, so that's watching right now, so
I
they might not appreciate what's the distance between the houses, 2.5.
It's 2 hours. And depending on what we're taking, it takes a lot longer. It took us 4 days to move just the chickens. Um,
4 days and how many trips?
but we're on 20 right now.
28, but like on those 4 days, you just did one trip a day?
Yeah, well, I did 2 on one day because Jeremy just no.
He was like, no, I'm done.
Schedule, and I told him, and he's like, "Wait, am I doing 2 trips? No, no."
So, so 28 trips, and you're 2 hours away, and you're trailering farm vehicles, animals.
Yeah, so we just have like the super big stuff left, and we've hired people to do that. Because the problem is it's big, so you need a tractor to pick it up, and you need a tractor on the other end to take it off. So we hired somebody to do that. There's a lot of the little things and when you move anything, it's all the little things. This is my last week of work at Claremont, so I have just enough to keep me functioning here. And then we have like what we need to break down stuff in the garage for tools. So it's really, I think maybe 10 more trips at the most. Because we have like these hog panels that we use for the chicken world. So there's a lot of those. And that'll probably be like 3 trips just for those.
Now, is the craft cabin staying? I mean, I know the contents are going.
No, it's come.
Oh, the whole craft cabin's going.
Yep. I just have to empty it.
That's
And then,
amazing.
yep. And then he's going to drive it out there.
That's brilliant. Okay, so you don't have to build a new craft cabin. You just have to empty it, secure everything, and then the whole craft cabin will go.
Yep.
Now, but I had the craft cabin was not done when I was last there. So, are there 4-foot tables in there?
There is the ability to have lots of tables in here, and I designed everything to be like on the perimeter so we could be in the middle. Because ultimately, someday I would like to do like weekend getaways for scrapbooking, learning how to make cups, which that'll get a trial run pretty soon. My mother and her bestie want to learn how to do cups, so this will need a super deep clean before my mother comes in. um, but they want to learn how to make cups, so I'm going to come down for a 3-day weekend and do cups with them, and I'll let you know how that goes.
Okay, well, I just flashed many years of my open houses. They just flashed that included Mod Podge and glitter. So, so bless you. You might have to have some sort of prerequisite when you like show me a project you've made with Mod Podge and glitter, and, and then you can say yes, you're allowed to come. Nope, sorry, that's a little lumpy. We need to work on. And I might not make it into that either. But no, I'm super excited for that as a person who runs retreat. Well, this Mount Dora will be my 61st retreat. It's St. Simon seems so long ago, honestly. Like normally I've would have had 2 or 3 other retreats since then. So it seems weird that it's just my 61st. But of course I had my son got married, so things were a little crazy this summer and not normal for me. But yeah, as someone that hosts retreats, it's really fun to get away and do something where I'm not in charge. Not to say that I wouldn't be happy to coordinate a retreat to the farm where I would run it, but I would also attend a retreat to the farm for sure. Again, as someone who slept in their car at a goat farm, I'm about those kinds of photo ops for sure. I'm all about cow kisses and petting chickens and not some of the other things you've had to do with cows. I'm gonna drop the line on that.
Yeah,
But um,
I
it's
don't.
it's amazing what you've accomplished both on the farm and in your craft life. It really is. Um, it's always a joy and to hang out and I just, you know, go along for the ride, honestly. So it's um it yeah. Oh, we didn't even talk about the 20-mile walk that she got several of us to do in South Florida at the end of April.
Yeah, like super hot.
Oh, Jen says she has dibs on the camper van with
Yeah.
AC. Well, see, Jen, if we go at the right time of the year, then you don't need AC. You could just, sleep in the car. It's all good. Or a tent. A tent is perfect weather. Up there in North Florida, over in the panhandle over there, it doesn't get as hot.
I don't know.
It
This,
gets colder in the winter.
yeah, in the
I think.
winter, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, does anyone have any questions for Crystal about oh yes, yeah, Jacqueline's gonna fly in for the retreat at the farm. All
Oh,
right, are you tenting it with me, Jacqueline, or are you gonna do rock, paper, scissors for the camper van? Or people are gonna be driving in from the hotel in Lake City. Do they must have a hotel in Lake
yeah.
City. Does anyone have any questions for Crystal? You're not a tent person. Or raise your hand if you're staying in the tent with me. It's a tent. It's a fun experience.
I keep telling Amy I want to see her come milk my cow, but she always reminds me she grew up with them. I still can't imagine Princess Amy doing it.
Well, Deb says she'll have her husband fly home and then she'll have the motor home.
Oh, there
See,
you go.
so she can fit a couple. So like, Deb, you could like Airbnb out your beds in your motor home to some scrappy friends and get them.
All the time on Facebook Marketplace for little campers, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't have a title, no big deal. I can just put that next to my craft cabin. That can be accommodations.
That's right. That's right. You don't actually need to tow it anywhere.
I think that would be so funny. It would look so hillbilly, but it would be awesome.
All right. Well, Deb's motorhome can sleep 4 to 5 comfortable.
There you go.
So I think we can figure it out. Well, thank you so much for doing this. And I hope that, you've inspired somebody to make time their um, for their albums or memory keeping and just hanging out with the girls. Oh, I heard an ad today. I wrote it down. I heard an ad and it was an ad for therapy. But it just hit me. It was like a PSA about, you know, the things that we learn in therapy. One of them they said was boundaries, and one of them was coping mechanisms. And I immediately just thought about retreats, and I was like, well, we learned that. See, scrapbooking is therapy because we learn about boundaries, especially if we're sharing tables. Like, we're learning about not only that, but like, conversations and stuff. And then coping mechanisms. There's always those things that we try to win at a crop that maybe we don't win. You're just
And
super
you get
sad.
someone.
What's that?
Lucille.
Yeah.
On it and then asked me to put it on her.
Oh yeah, when she won at Lakeland. Yeah, see, so we learn to cope at our retreats and our scrapbook events too. So, people laugh when we say we don't need therapy, we just need to go scrapbooking. But there's things that we learn that transfer to the rest of our lives when we hang out with our scrappy friends.
Well,
Plus,
I think the best thing about the retreats and us being attached to you is there's so many people that we would have never have met if it wasn't for them. And we're all so vastly different. And I think that's what just makes us so awesome together and such a good group.
yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's amazing. Um, the people that hang out at or room together at it through scrapbooking that would never, like you said, they would never cross paths in their day-to-day life. And they have, are on the different sides of the political aisle. Their lives are so different in so many ways. And yet, we have that one commonality. We like paper and sparkly things, and and it works. And it really does work. So I know, Jack. But honestly, I was thinking about that and there's 2020 was obviously a really hard and terrible year, but there were things, that came out of it that were good. And this is one of them. Like things like this, like StreamYard, to be able to go live on Facebook and YouTube. And when I had to go to Facebook Live with my card classes, that allowed people like Jacqueline in Texas to connect with us more regularly. And before that, because we're in Florida, for those of you watching that don't live here, before we would see her, every 5 years on a cruise or whatever, but we didn't get to see. And now it's like, I feel like I talk to Jacqueline or I'm texting her, every week. And Lori, yeah, we saw her once a year on the cruise. And now, I know I don't get to see her, but I get to talk with her, every week, every Tuesday. And so that's really, it's amazing. And so it allows us to keep those connections even when we're not scrapbooking. We've had a lot of scrapbooking this summer, and that's been great. And we've got a lot of events coming up. So if you hopped on after my announcements, go back through them because there's a bunch. And October is going to be wild, and I'm going to be really tired by the Volano retreat, I think. But that's okay because that's our pirate theme, and there'll be rum punch and whatnot. So I'll get through it. But October is going to be great. We're going to have really fun with Croptoberfest. Oh, will you get a mini horse and a cart? It definitely wants to know.
Well, I don't know about yet, but I keep telling Jeremy that if anything happens to him, my first purchase is 30 mini ponies. I my dad sent it to me and they just came out and they were running. I was like, that looks fun. I want that. But probably next year I'll be getting a horse. Some of you know that I used to barrel race as a kid and I've desperately wanted to get back into it. And there are 3 rodeo like arenas near where we are now. And I want to rescue a Mustang and break it and become, one with the Mustang. And that's my dream. So hopefully next year, I'll be able to do that. But I have a couple more fitness things that I'm trying to check off my list. And those take a lot of time and dedication. So does having a horse. So I have to balance those out. And so hopefully next year.
Okay. How many cups will you have to sell to buy a horse?
Yeah.
She's going to add a horse whisperer to her list of things.
I finally convinced Jeremy to allow me to get a horse. And unfortunately, there was a horse auction for like those high-end thoroughbreds on, and one went for over $100,000. And he looked at me and said, "What did you let me get you into?" I don't want one of those.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now with the cows, he's like, honestly, because we're only two humans, we can only go so fast. With the horse, it's much easier to round him up. And so now he's a little bit more on board. But
Well,
he specifically only got us a 2-horse trailer because that way I could only get a max of 2. He's like, things, they multiply fast.
yeah, he's like, oh my gosh, how many chickens do we have?
That is not me.
Yeah, he's the chicken. He's the chicken purchaser. Well, thank you again. I so appreciate you doing this. Oh, you know what? We forgot. I said I was going to do this right after my announcements. Well, we didn't forget. I forgot. Um, we the virtual crop giveaway. Okay, and I think they're both on. So Lori and Jacqueline both made pages for the last virtual crop. So they both did 3 pages. They're both in here. And so let's see who the lucky winner is. And it's Lori. Congratulations, Lori. I know she's still on, but congratulations, Lori. And just to remind everyone, so Creative Memories does a virtual crop the second weekend of every month. And I always kind of piggyback on their giveaways. And so usually it's like Katie and Casey. So it'd be really fun to get all 4 of y'all working on stuff in September. But actually, because we have the secret box opening at Mount Dora, that weekend is a virtual crop. So I will definitely be incentivizing everyone at the crop to try to do a sketch because yeah, there's usually just a couple. So those of you that haven't done it before, try it because you could win $10 in CM credits from me. So congratulations, Lori, and good for you, Jacqueline. Jacqueline was working hard on them Tuesday night to get them done. That's awesome. Okay, so now let's do our giveaway for tonight or today or tonight. It's night. And we'll see who our lucky winner is, and hopefully they are still in the chat. Barb, Ante Barbe, are you still with us? Is Barb, are you with us? If she's probably scrapbooking and has to make her way across the room. We'll give her a second. I hate to have to pick again. Yay! Congratulations, Barb. You are the winner. Yay! Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight, and thank you, Crystal, for being on here tonight and for sharing your life with us. And we so look forward to pictures from your trek across the British Isles and all the things. And so congratulations on the new farm and all of your barnyard friends, the new job, the new business, all the things. We love you. We appreciate you inspiring us all to get out walking and running and swimming and biking and all the things.
And I'm sorry to anybody that I've tried to murder.
We forgive you. We forgive you. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. And we'll see you next week, Tuesday, for card class at 7 p.m. All right. Until we see you again, stay scrappy, my friends. Bye-bye.